Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be looking at the trapezium, okay guys? And the trapezium it looks a little different, okay guys? As you can see, we have two parallel sides here, A and B, right? And these two parallel sides are connected to these two other sides, C and D, okay? So it has a very unusual look, but you'll get used to it, guys. This is one of the polygons that we need to know for CXC. And to find the area of a trapezium, it's half of A, which is the first parallel side, plus B, which is the second parallel side, multiplied by H, which is the perpendicular height. Okay? So it's a half of A plus B times H. Okay? Where A is equal to the length of one parallel side of the trapezium, B is equal to the length of the second parallel side of the trapezium, and H is equal to the height of the trapezium between the two parallel sides. Okay? And clearly, guys, you can see that the perimeter would be equal to A plus B plus C plus D, which would be the sum of all the sides on the trapezium. Okay? Also, guys, there's sometimes where they actually give you the trapezium looking this way. Let me just show you, where they have the perpendicular height here, and then they will have two parallel sides like this, right? And one side looking like this, okay? So in this example, all right, let me just draw that better. Okay, cool. So in this example, the perpendicular height is actually right here, okay? And so here would actually be H, here would be A, here would be B, and we would call here C, right? So in this case, H is actually the perpendicular height, and to find the perimeter, it would be A plus B plus C plus H. And to find the trapezium, we'd use the same formula, just like the one shown above. The area is equal to a half A plus B times H. Okay, guys? But don't let this one mix you up. All you have to use is here as the perpendicular height. In this case, one of the sides are the perpendicular height for the trapezium. But it's still a trapezium because these two sides are parallel, A and B, and we can use the same formula to find the area, but for the perimeter you just have to look out in this case to make sure you just add the four sides of the trapezium. Okay? All right. So it's pretty simple, guys. Just remember that for a trapezium you have two parallel lines, and then the sides aren't parallel in any way. They usually are totally different. So the left and the right side of the trapezium are not usually parallel, okay? They're usually at any angle, right? So this angle and this angle here are usually at any angle. It really doesn't matter, okay? Okay, guys. So let's do some examples. You know, I love to do those examples. And we're going to write the formulas here. A, the area is equal to a half A plus B times H, and the perimeter would be equal to A plus B plus C plus D, given that the sides are A, B, C, and D. Okay? All right, so we're going to clear this part of the screen, and we're going to do three examples. You know I love to do three examples, guys. So let's look at three examples now, okay? All right, guys, great. So we're looking at three examples here for the trapezium, okay? And we have the formula for the area here. It's equal to half of A plus B times the height, where A and B are the parallel sides. And the perimeter is just equal to A, B, C, D, given that A, B, C, and D are the four sides of the trapezium. All right, so for the first one here, we're going to find the area of the trapezium, which would be a half times A plus B, and in this case, A is 12 centimeters plus 20 centimeters, right? Multiplied by H, and you can see the perpendicular height is 6 centimeters. Cool. All right, so when we multiply this now, this 2 can actually go into this 6, which would give us 3, and this 12 and 20 would give us 32. So it should actually be 32 multiplied by 3, and we should get 96 centimeters squared. Cool. So pretty simple, guys. All you have to do is use the formula, okay? And you can do it as simple as possible. You can add the 12 to the 20, right? And then multiply that by 6 and then divide it by 2, and you would still get the same answer. All right, cool. So it's very easy, guys. All you have to do is just use the formula, and the perimeter is equal to A plus B plus C plus D, right? So in this case, it's actually 12 centimeters plus 20 centimeters, which is A and B, plus 7 centimeters plus 9 centimeters, okay, which would give us the perimeter. So the perimeter is equal to, let's just use our calculators here, 12 plus 20 plus 7 plus 9. So it's equal to 48 centimeters. All right, guys, cool. So finish with that one. So we're going to move on to number 2 now. And when we look at number 2, the perpendicular height is shown out here, right? We can see from this 90-degree angle that 7 meters is the perpendicular height. And 6 is A, 9 is B, 9 meters. So we can find the area then. The area is equal to a half of A plus B, which is 6 meters plus 9 meters, multiplied by the perpendicular height, which is 7 meters, okay? All right, so what I would advise you do here, guys, is add the 6 to the 9, right? When you add the 6 to the 9, you're going to get 15, and 15 multiplied by 7 will give you 105, right? So you're going to get 105 over 2, right? Because you still have to divide through by 2, and your answer is going to be 52.5 meters squared. Cool. All right, so for the perimeter, all we have to do is add the 4 sides of the trapezium, A, B, C, and D. And in this case, A is 6 meters plus 9 meters, plus, in this case, is 10 meters plus 12 meters. Cool. And we should get 37 meters as the answer. Okay. All right, so we go to number 2, we go to number 1. And let's look at the last one here. And we can see that the last one is set up like what I had mentioned earlier, guys. One of the sides is the perpendicular height. Okay. So in this case, this 12 is H. H is equal to this 12 millimeters. A is 18 and B is 42. All right. So let's find the area. The area should be equal to a half multiplied by A plus B, which is 18 millimeters plus 42 millimeters, right? Multiplied by H, which is the perpendicular height, 12 millimeters. Cool. So we should actually get, let's add 18 to 42, then multiply it by 12 and divide it by 2, and we should get 360 millimeters squared. Cool. All right, so for the perimeter now, for the perimeter, this should be equal to A plus B plus C plus the perpendicular height in this case, right? Because we're just adding the 4 sides of the trapezium. And in this case, we're going to get 18 plus 42 plus 20 plus 12. Okay, guys? And this should be all in millimeters. And we will end up with 92 millimeters. Okay. All right, guys. So we solved the 3 questions using the formulas for the trapezium. And it was easy. It really wasn't too bad, guys. It was pretty good to me. And we can move on now to other shapes. Okay, we're actually going to move on to the circle now, which is going to be pretty amazing. All right, guys. So that's it. And I'll see you in the next lecture, and remember to do your best, and God will do the rest.